What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Queen Neffy. We are back, y'all, for another episode of the Vibe Session. Okay, y'all know how we coming. We bringing y'all the hottest artists, DJs, business owners, everybody getting it out the mud, doing it on their own, y'all. And listen, today I have like a very super special guest, okay? Good friend of mine. Giving y'all a little background, when I first moved to Dallas, I did not know very many people, right? And I met this guy here who I would later learn is a huge, big part of the Dallas music culture, a huge, big part of the DJ culture here. Had no idea, right? Me just trying to meet people. But from the second I met him, he looked out for me, you know, inviting me to places, made sure I knew who certain people was, just important stuff, you know. So I've always had a big respect for this guy here, and it is a privilege to have him on my show today. Welcome, DJ Curdy.
Hey, what's going on?
How you been, man?
Old. Getting old, but I'm blessed and not stressed. So
Good. Well, they say you only as young as you feel. You feeling old?
Next question.
But you still out here working, man. Like, you
Right.
still DJing outside. So just to give people who may not be familiar, if you're from Dallas, you know what time it is. But for those who may not be familiar, you know, core DJ, you've been doing your thing for a long time. Give them a little background
Ooh, sorry.
on who you are.
Okay, so I can pop my ish right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Bet. So, DJ Curdy, born and raised Dallas, Texas, Grove side or no side. I've been doing this almost 20 years, literally almost 20 years. Originally started with Definition DJs based out of Dallas, Texas. How much time we got? This might take a minute. But like I said, born and raised in Dallas, big part of the culture movement, the Dallas Boogie movement. When it first popped off, I remember getting thrown out of clubs, and then next thing you know, I was DJing in clubs. So, like I said, transitioned from Definition DJs to core DJs, business owner at the same time, hard worker. What else? Sheesh. Uncle, great uncle.
All the
everything.
above.
Yeah,
All the above. Yeah. So if you don't know, please tap in. So, Curdy, Dallas, to me, you know, as an outsider, y'all have embraced me, and I love y'all for that. But it's full of talent. It's full of so many dope artists. And I feel like there should be more people from Dallas winning.
Right.
Because there's so much talent. Like, people out here are dope, the whole swag, the vibe, the dance culture. What do you think Dallas is missing that's not having Dallas like a huge music city like Atlanta, like, or places like that where it's major artists coming from the city?
Me personally, I think that it basically goes back to the beginning. Like, for those that are getting deals and these deals are no good, they should tell the younger ones, the younger artists coming up, male, female, whatever, don't take this deal. Not your first deal that they throw out there is not always the best deal.
Right.
So me personally, I think if the OGs that are out here, if they just give the advice, well, the other thing is if they give the advice on not taking bad deals, you should also be willing to listen, because these guys have gone through the trenches and they've gone through the bad deals. They've seen the bad deals. There's a lot of people that had a deal and they're still suffering from this deal almost 20 years later still.
Yeah.
So if it's like, you got to be willing to listen, but then you also got to be willing to give these younger cats the game too at the same time.
Yeah. Do you think that's the problem with like the newer generation? Like, a lot of people say they don't listen. So you think it's OGs trying to tell them, and they like, man, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about.
It can be.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I learned when I was growing up, and this just doesn't have nothing to do with music, this just has to do with life. Older people would always tell me, don't do this, don't do that. And the thing is, if you think you know everything, you'll never be willing to tell anybody anything. And I know these older guys and older people that tell me things, like, they've been through this before. So they might know what they're talking about. And then when I fall and bump my head, I was like, damn, I should have listened. But you definitely got to be willing to listen to the people that are telling you certain things. Like, don't take this deal, don't take that deal, don't open that bottle of water, don't do this, don't do that. It's a lot of things that can be Shoot, how much time we got? Like I said, this could be a whole interview by itself.
Yeah.
But like I said, me personally, I think a lot of nonsense has been swept out of the way, and then a lot of younger people are starting to listen, and they're also starting to do the research themselves on this business. Because the thing I was always told, and I always heard this business is 90% business and 10% talent. And you could be popping 1 week on TikTok and you be nobody 38 days later.
That's a fact.
And I said 38 days, like that's
Maybe
just
48 hours.
Right, maybe
Go
36
so
minutes
fast.
later. Yeah. So.
What do you say to the people who feel like they don't need DJs no more? There's people that's like, oh, I'll get popping on TikTok. Oh, what do you say to those people?
You need us.
Yeah.
Desperately.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let us school them real quick, Curdy.
The thing is, you just need to build that relationship because there are a lot of guys. I can name guys that I met back in the boogie era that built that relationship, and it's like a major. Like I'll go out there and just throw some names out there. Trail Lee and Prince Rick. I met them guys the first time I was DJing a club, and they had a song called "Bad Little Broad," and they was like, "Bro, just tell me where you at." And they came all the way to Grand Prairie. Keep in mind, I was staying in the Grove and driving all the way to Grand Prairie. And they came out the first night, and they was like, bro, we'll come back and rock with you. And keep in mind, I met them through, this how old I am, MySpace. And they sent me this message. They were still bringing CDs out at this time, right?
Okay, listen, I had a MySpace. No, it's all right, Curdy.
Right. But they built their relationship just from a message. And when I told them to come out, they said, no problem. Now, they came out. I played the song. I played another song they had as well. But it's like Bad Little Broad popped right then and there. And people was like, bro, I ain't never heard of them. Who is that? And I was like, I just met them early today myself. And building that relationship with Trail Lee and Prince Rick, it's like, they came through, gave the song, played the song. They was like, all right, cool. Well, we got to make another run. I'm like, I can respect that. And then it's just like other guys like PJ Ricochet. He definitely is like, me and him don't converse as much, but when the boogie movement came up, me and Ricochet locked in. Like, he's like, bro, I just need feedback on the record. All right, cool. Like, and it's still my dog to this day, but I think he's one of the ones that gets overlooked because he puts in the hard work. He's put in the hard work. He has the catalog. But a lot of people don't really, I don't know what the issue is with why people don't really rock with him tough like that. But I'm clean as a whistle. In his record that he's dropped over, my age about to, over the last 20 years, I pretty much have in my Serato, and I will run it. And I'm just not gonna run it just because we're gonna throw these Dallas Boogie classics in. Nah, I play the new stuff that he got, and it's just I don't know what from what he tells me, it's politics, and I kind of believe it.
Yeah,
that it is politics here in Dallas.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics. Yeah. It's a lot of politics, and I think, just from my experience as an artist, part of getting where you need to go is learning how to navigate that. It don't mean it's always gonna work,
right?
And it don't mean it's always easy, but it is kind of navigating that the right way, because it's like if you rub the wrong person wrong,
right?
It's like then nobody want to touch you,
right?
So you know what I mean? It's like
the word spreads real quickly.
The word spreads, exactly.
I'm gonna tell you one more person that really moves, and he'll hit 3 or 4 clubs in one night to this day still. It's T Cash.
Oh, really?
T Cash.
Okay.
T Cash. There's a spot that I DJ'd at. T Cash will pop in there. What's good, Curdy? Man, what's good? I got this other record. I already got it. Let's run it. T Cash will go buy a drink, bring me a bottle of water, and then 10 minutes after the song played. Then
to the next spot.
If you look at his social media, he'd be somewhere else. I'd be like, you was just here.
I just saw you.
Voila, magic. He gone. Poof, gone.
You can't knock the hustle though.
Right.
And I think you just dropped game. Like that's a classic way to build relationships. A lot of people don't feel like you got to do that.
No, you have to.
But you got to do it. You got to do it, man. Shout out to DJs, man. We still love y'all. We still rocking with y'all. But y'all know Gen Z, they pray for them, basically. Pray for them. They'll
pray
be
for everybody. Just pray for everybody.
Pray for everybody. So, speaking of artists in the game, a big Texas legend, recently passed.
Yes.
Rest in peace to Beatking. I want you to speak to that and kind of how what's the what's the overall feeling that you're getting hearing people talk about it and kind of remember him and what he brought to the culture?
It's like it hurts because B King was one of those guys that did everything the right way. And when I say did everything the right way, he never passed on a fan that he didn't know, and he never passed on a DJ he didn't know. He would take that time to, if it's taking a picture with somebody twerking on him, it don't matter. If it's networking with a DJ he's never met, he's gonna make sure he builds that relationship. And what a lot of people don't understand is if you go back and look at B King's service packs from when he did Crush, if you pull it up in Serato, if you got one of the original Crush service packs from him, it would say Crush, clean, dirty, whatever version, BPM, minutes, all that, yada, yada, yada. But then in the comments, it'll say, thank you for playing my record. And keep in mind, that was in 2009, 2010. So he did that with Crush, Hammer, Lil T Jones, You Ain't About That Life, basically everything up until almost to current day. And if you keep this in mind also, B King would make that, Dallas was his second home. He would say that so many times. And it's like crushing that he's gone. And it's like unexpected. That pretty much, he's pretty much, when they say Texas legend, he goes down like Fat Pat, DJ Screw, Hawk, Big Mo. He's one of those guys that has the catalog that you can play for 20, 30 minutes back to back, and it's going to hit. He won't miss. And I know he put out a tweet. I don't know how long ago this was, but he says that certain days like June 27th and December 4th, and for those that don't know, December 4th is Pimp C's death. And a lot of people keep asking, what is that date? Why is it so common? Not only is it Jay-Z's birthday, but it is Pimp C's death as well.
Okay.
And then June 27th is the June 27th freestyle that DJ Screw put out. The most epic freestyle probably since, well, it's up there with Man Hold Up, or The Drink Up in My Cup, Man Hold Up, and things like that. Those symbolize Texas dates. Those are legendary Texas dates. And August 15th will be a legendary Texas date. Even though we're going to run B King till the wheels fall off. Like, I know his label's called Never Fall Off. Well, the music will never fall off.
Yeah.
Because there are some DJs that say, oh, man, well, I've been seeing this a lot. They say, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we run real solid B King sets this weekend and going forward. I said, y'all just not doing that? I said, he never came out the mix with me. Like, you can ask Papa Ron. I know Papa Ron don't take him out the mix. But if you can go to a wedding and play one B King song, and you're gonna turn the whole vibe from Let's Get Married to Lil T Jones Hit the Flow. Or
he had that kind of catalog. Yeah. Man, it's great. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. When I see stuff like that happen, me personally, I didn't know him personally, but it just makes you grateful. You know what I mean? That, God saw fit that we see another day.
Right.
But it's like we all think about what legacy we're going to leave. And I think he did his part. He left his legacy. He's gone too soon. But his legacy is, you can't deny it. So,
At all.
Man, rest in peace to Beat King, man.
Only Club Godzilla, man.
It's crazy out here. So I want to get into a little bit about, I know we're running out of time, but I gotta hit on your brand, which I love. I got a couple shirts myself. Y'all might see me posted up on the gram in my Crooked Heart clothing shirt. So tell us all about your brand and how that came about, because I see it moving. I see all kinds of people with the shirt on. I'm like, I need another shirt. So
and then you're going to be mad at me because I left them.
That's all right. So. I come pull up on you, Curdy.
Bet. Y'all heard that, right?
I'll pull up.
Got you. Crooked Hearted Clothing is a brand. It's basically is what I got on right now. Hats, shirts, everything but baby bills right now.
I might need that. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. But it's basically my version of a heart brand that I came up with, because I see a lot of people with their own version of a heart, and I'm like, it's cool, it's all right, but mine looks better. And it's something that I needed another stream of income once COVID hit, because when COVID hit, it's like the jobs kind of shut down, but then again, DJing stopped. It basically came to a cease as well. Now, there are a lot of people that capitalized off social media, but I got tired of going live and then bam, hey, you don't have the copyrights for this. Like you'll still get messages to the day about not having copyright. I was like, I don't care about that no more. I don't even be on Facebook like that DJ.
Right.
So who cares?
Yeah.
But the brand is something I came up with maybe May 2020. And initially it was a zebra striped that I came up with. And the guy that designed it for me, he said, hey, man, I got another idea for you, too. He's like, my girlfriend came up with it. I was like, okay, well, send it to me. And it was the polka dot. And I was like, oh, man, that's dope. And then he was like, I got another one for you. I was like, man, you gonna be part of this in a minute? But it was and this one I haven't released yet. It's a, like, leopard print style. And it started out with just me wearing those 3 shirts for the longest. And then it's just like things, like a few people saw them. And then I have one with a Texas heart, the Texas heart in there as well. So those 4 are my, technically, it's not even 4, it's actually more like 5. Because I have a new one that I released last summer, and this is heart cheeks. So there's an actual booty inside of the heart.
I was about to say, is it pants with the heart on the cheeks?
Nah, these boy shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, these.
I might need a cheek one. I might
double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon. Yeah. But it's definitely something that a lot of people do support, and I won't say it's an easy process starting another business on top of being a DJ and everything, but it's something that if I could change anything, I definitely would. Because everything that's coming right now is things that I prayed for. I prayed for more gigs. I prayed for this to really pop off. And then I know there was one month that there were some slow months out there, a lot of slow months. But then there was one month where in one day, actually this year, when the Super Bowl came on, I spent the entire day pressing shirts. From the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep.
That's a good problem to have.
Right, exactly.
So that means you putting in that work.
Yeah. And basically, pretty much everything is done in-house. Like,
that's good.
I'm not, like, I it would probably be best if I had a third-party vendor, but everything I do, from the hats being pressed on, the shirts being done, to shipping, to packing, to buying blanks, buying vinyl, I do everything myself.
Let me find out I need to pull up on Curdy House so I can press some merch.
Right.
Listen, that's a whole nother business.
I need to find an assistant like I'm on the code.
How much you charge to press up a shirt? I'm just playing.
We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah, okay. No, I love it. So where can people find the gear if they want to go out and purchase it and show love?
What you can do is you can log on to crookedheartedclothing.com. There are hats, T-shirts, sweaters. What else? I have shorts coming soon. I have jackets coming soon. Just a lot.
Okay.
And I'm not taxing either, so it's not you buy one, it's $1,000, golly,
right?
Brother. No, it's not like that.
Right? Yeah,
they're very affordable.
Y'all stop taxing for your merch, okay? It should be no reason why your shirt $150. Okay, I can go get something nice for that.
Man, what?
So, yeah, people be taxing on the merch, but make sure y'all go support Curdy, man. And it's quality stuff. I'm telling you, I got a shirt now, and every time I wash it, it don't shrink, all that good stuff.
Doesn't peel off or
Nothing's peeling, everything top notch. So, it's hurting me because I had so much I wanted to talk to Curdy about. I know we running out of time, but I'm had to get you back. It's okay. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Time today, y'all. I'm sorry.
But I had to get you back. But before we get out of here, I want you to leave the people with something from you, because you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. I don't even know the half. We have our small talk here and there, but for somebody that's in the entertainment industry or, trying to navigate what this is like what advice would you give to them to keep going and keep doing their thing, even in the face of adversity?
I would say, and this is one of the quotes Nipsey Hussle said, never let a hard time humble you. Hard times are going to come either way it go. You just got to pray and push through a lot of that stuff. That's really all I got to say.
That's a bar.
Yeah, it really is. That's one of the greatest bars that he spit, never let a hard time humble us. And because we're gonna go through hard times.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, I know we limited on time, but I've been going through a hard time since I was 8 years old. I'm a type 1 diabetic, so nothing's ever been easy for me, far as eating, hanging out with friends at times. I'm the one that can't drink, but sometimes I do drink. Don't tell nobody. But I've cut that out a lot myself, and it's something that helped me be a greater person. Even, I'm gonna say my age. I ain't gonna say that. All these years later, let's just say that. But going through this entertainment, just don't burn any bridges either, because you're gonna eventually, you might think you might not need those people, but you will eventually in some way, shape, or form, because there's a situation where, say for instance, if you're needing to be booked for something and you burn a bridge with this one person and somebody's like, hey, I can get such and such and blah, blah, blah for yada yada. Well, if you burn that bridge with this person, I don't fool with them like that. And that can eventually, in the long run, hurt you.
Yeah.
Because word of mouth goes a long way.
Yeah. And just like that, all it takes is for one person to be like, nah.
Right.
Yeah. So, and listen to this guy, because he's in them circles. So y'all don't be out here burning your bridges.
Build that relationship with the DJs too.
Yes. Make sure you do that.
Please do that.
All right, real quick, I got one more question for you.
Gotcha.
Because you be everywhere with everybody. Give us one of your most memorable experiences as a DJ with a celeb, or anything that to you was like, man, that was crazy. Or
It would have to be meeting Meg Thee Stallion.
okay.
This was July 18. Yeah, July 18. Literally, this is how crazy it was. It was July, the last day of July. I don't know if it's 30 days or 31 days. I'm a little old, so. But literally, there was a listening session, and it's like, we're listening to all the songs. I was like, oh, it's going to be pretty hot. It's going to be pretty hot. Then they played a song with her and Moneybagg Yo, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's dope. But then they played Big Old Freak, and I said, everybody's face was like,
that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. And then people was like, yeah, man, y'all get your pictures and your drops and everything while you can, because you never know who might pop up out of this. Keep in mind, I paid rent the next day. 2 weeks later, when I was going to pay another bill on the 15th, she was nationwide.
Wow.
In every mix show.
That fast. That's crazy.
And it's like she wasn't a uppity person. She wasn't a jerk. She was just real down to earth with people. And a lot of people don't understand that a lot of celebrities like that are really down to earth. Like, you don't have to be all giggity and shaking in your boots when you meet them and everything. They're
people.
They're human just like me and you.
Yeah.
And one more, and I'm gonna get we done. Is meeting T.I. in 2013. He's one of the he would literally like, and I listened to T.I. from I'm Serious. I ain't just started listening to T.I. like a couple years ago. Like, I was listening to him when I was knucklehead with a whole lot of hair on my head back then. But he was saying that he's a real down to earth dude, and he says, before I jump in the same lane and do everything else everybody else is doing, I'm gonna be 2 steps ahead of everybody. He said when everybody was just trying to be in the club scene, he said, I'm writing real lyrics. When everybody jumped over to real lyrics, I went to the trap. When everybody started to come to the trap, I went and did something else. He said, when I say I'll be ahead of everybody 2 steps, he's like, everybody tried to do the same things I was already doing. He said, before I fall in line and do the same thing everybody else is doing, I go do movies. Bam, ATL. I was like, damn, he wasn't lying. I said, bro really was ahead of the game at least 2 steps. While everybody else was trailing a little bit behind, he was like, I never fell in line with anything anybody else is doing. So if the whole crowd is wearing black tees going this way, wear your white tee and go that way. You always want to stand out from everybody else. And and when he said King of the South, he stood on that, and he's held that crown for a long time. I know it's debatable about who's the King of the South, but when you do what he did over when he initially said it on I'm Serious, not trap music, but I'm Serious, yeah, he stood on that.
Yeah, and he's definitely the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
He got to be up there. Shout out to Tip.
Yeah.
Man, Curdy, we probably could have talked for a whole hour, y'all, because I Curdy's just,
a talker.
I mean, but I love hearing you talk, and I love listening to like your experiences and everything like that, man. So we gonna have to tap back in with Curdy, yo. We're gonna have to have him back on the show. Before we get out of here, though, Curdy, please tell everybody where they can find you on social media and keep up with you.
I'm probably the easiest person to find. I just need y'all to spell it right when you're looking for me. That's DJCurdy. DJ Curdy, not Curly, not Curry like Steph, not Kermit like the frog, not, people jack my name up all the time. But
That's
it's
crazy.
DJCurdy on IG, TikTok, Facebook, AOL Messenger if you want to find me on there. No, I'm just kidding. but if you want to find me on, I also follow the brand at Crooked Hearted Clothing. That's where you can find me on TikTok, IG, everywhere else too.
Everywhere, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Speaking of Dallas legends, we got one in the building today. So y'all get familiar if you're not familiar. And y'all know how we coming, y'all. It's the Vibe Session. It's your girl, Queen Neffy. Till next time, we out.